Okay. Um, this is gonna be the sixth and final video in the series, but it's the fourth one that I'm filming. So now this is gonna be firearms, calibers, types, stuff like that I would definitely not use for my home defense system. First is 22. Now, if you have a Ruger 10/22 with two 25 round BX-25 magazines, jungle clipped together with some really hot 22 loads, then fine. Okay? But for the most part, 22 is a plinking round. Okay? Also, add to the list 25, 32, and 380. And I would probably try to stick in the 9mm, 40, and 45 ACP ROM for semi-autos. 45 gap may seem cool. It's the 45 bullet on the shorter cartridge, but try finding ammo for it. 10mm, I don't know a lot about it. 357 SIG is a 40 casing on a 9mm bullet with Magnum stopping power. My range doesn't allow it because it's the Magnum. Okay. So I would stick to 9, 40, and 45 ACP because you need to find something that is available. You can go to any FFL in America and pick out a semi-auto that's 9, 40, or 45 ACP, and you can go to any FFL in America and have cases of ammo in stock for those caliber guns. Now, revolvers, I will try to stick with the 38 Special, 357 Magnum area, but be advised, 357 Magnum with a really hot load can over-penetrate also. 45 Long Colt. Yeah, I have a box of 45 Long Colt for my revolver. I put 6 rounds to it. My FFL only had one box in stock, and that box was twice as much as an ACP box. Okay, so if you want to go with a 45 Long Colt revolver, it's a cool caliber, but can you find ammo, and how much will it cost? Yeah. 44 Special. One of our cops had a Ruger single action 44 Special revolver, and it was really killing my ears. He was shooting it. So I don't know about, is that gonna over penetrate? Relative question. 44 Magnum will definitely over penetrate most walls. Okay, plus the hearing factor. Now the Jagunda cartridges, the 454 Casol, the 460 Magnum, the 500 Special, the 500 Magnum, also the Desert Eagle, all that shit. Okay, all that stuff. Because those cartridges will the good news is they will cut the bad guy in half. The bad news is after they cut the bad guy in half, they will knock down the wall behind him, kill a family member, knock down that wall, go across the street, and hit someone in the neighbor's house. Okay? So those are just ridiculously powerful. Also, when you fire those Jagunda Magnums indoors, don't forget, bullets being fired, the sound will vibrate off the walls. And depending on how close the walls are together, depending on how loud the caliber is, you will have some serious hearing problems. And you will not be able to talk to 911 dispatchers, you will not be able to hear and give information, and you may have some long-standing permanent ear damage. Also, firing those guns requires a lot of concentration and strength and focus, all other bullshit. And under pressure, okay, that gun is gonna come back hit you in the face, break your nose, break your jaw, knock your teeth out, and you'll be laying on your back with your fucking ears bleeding, with your face busted open. Not very funny, okay? So leave those out of the way. Shotguns, we're gonna go with 10 gauge. Get 10 gauge out, okay? 10 gauge is, there are very few shotguns that are chambered for 10 gauge available today. And for good reason, because 10 gauge is ridiculous. 10 gauge is for killing elephants, okay? You do not want to fire a 10 gauge in your house. Now, rifles. When does a blade, when does a sword become a knife? When does a knife become a sword? There's no clear-cut answer for that. The blade's length, knife, sword, is a matter of your personal perception. Okay? And we're going to apply that to the rifle cartridges. And I'm going to draw the line, and I'm going to say that a high-powered rifle is 7.62 by 39. Yes. Now, the reason why I say that is because even 5.56 will have a risk of over-penetrating in your house. But 7.62 by 39 will definitely penetrate your walls. Okay? And everything above that. So these ridiculous calibers, they're going to be over-penetrating. And when you get into the 30-06, so you're going to win mag, okay, that's going to penetrate and rip your eardrums out, okay, so stay away from that, okay. Even saying let's use 5.56 for home defense indoors is pushing it. And that's the caliber debate, okay. The size debate. You need to have a gun that's going to give you a 3-finger grip on a handgun, or some other 4-finger grip on a long gun. Now, your handgun in your house does not need to be concealed. You can carry it open, you can leave it on the desk, you can leave it in the desk, the nightstand drawer, children depending obviously. But you need a handgun that is going to allow you to get all of these fingers on the gun. Because this slipping off like this is going to be dumb under pressure. You're not going to be able to fidget with under pressure. So, medium frame revolver as opposed to a J frame revolver. Okay? Full size handgun as opposed to a super subcompact handgun. Okay? Get your whole hand on there. And as far as shotguns are concerned, there's a Subaru Shorty. It's a 12 gauge or 20 gauge pistol. It's an AOW, $5 tax stamp, 4-month waiting period. It has 2 rounds of shotgun, and it's very small, and it's very good if you want to get a broken wrist, or if you want to knock all your teeth out of your mouth. It's very good for that. Okay, so leave that out. The Mossberg Shockwave and the Remington TAC 14. You can, I've seen guys do it. I was watching a video earlier, and you can check with FFL if you want to. One guy was able to legally, and check with FFL, take off the bird's head grip, put on a pistol grip and prosthetic brace. Okay? And that made it still an NFA skirt, but using a prosthetic brace as a shoulder stock is okay. But like I said, check your FFL in your home state. AR, AK pistols, I am vehemently against them for defense, because I've seen guys shoot them like this, and you have to shoulder them. And if you're shouldering, or if you have a AK or AR pistol like this with no buttstock, it's gonna drive back into your face. So if you have an AR or AK pistol, get the prosthetic arm brace. Now, New York State allows you to have an AR pistol. You have an AR receiver that has a specially fitted non-detachable magazine. It's like a built-in magazine to the receiver. No release button like that. And you either open up the hinge and top load it, or open up the bolt and have a speed loader to put the ammunition into the ejection port. But the magazine is not detachable. And you put a 12-inch AR barrel on that, and you put the pistol grip on it, and you put the prosthetic arm brace on there, and that's your pistol. Fine. Okay, but get that third point of contact on there. SIG MPX, same thing. Either get the 16-inch barrel or get the pistol and buy the arm brace. Okay? Single action revolvers, out. Reason being, single action revolver, you gotta open the loading gate. You gotta go back to hammer fire, go back to hammer fire, go back to hammer fire. Once it's empty, you gotta open the loading gate, hit a spring, get the casing out, turn, get the casing out, turn, get the casing out, turn, get the casing out, then put a new round in, turn, new round in, turn, new round in, turn, close, pull, fire. Okay, so that's ridiculous. Don't even bother with that shit. Okay, it's ridiculous. Okay, it's like buying your kid a typewriter for his birthday today. It's out of technology. It's obsolete design. You want to buy it for fun? Fine, but don't put it in a home defense weapon. I meant to talk about this earlier, but I'll talk about it now. I meant to talk about it in the rifle video. Rifles, lever action rifles. Okay. Lever action rifles are very prominent in the middle of the country and down south and out west. I understand that. And guys feel they can rack the lever from the shoulder at a good speed and fire. Fine. Stick with lever guns that are chambered for 38 special, 57 Magnum, or 45 Long Colt. Yes, there are new age lever actions that have 38 special and 57 Magnum. And in the frontier days, a lot of frontiersmen carried the single shot Colt revolver, 45 Long Colt, and a lever gun that was named for 45 Long Colt also. So they had 2 cartridges, 2 guns, 1 type of ammunition. Okay, so there are lever guns that are 45 Long Colt, if you can find the ammunition for it. Now, 38 special lever action, I don't know how it's going to penetrate. Magnum out of a lever action might penetrate wall. Long Colt out of a lever action might. But stay away from the Jagunda 4570 government and 3030 card. Just stay away from that shit entirely. Also, prominent of lever actions. Most lever guns, by definition, are 22 inches long, as opposed to modern rifles that are 18 inches long. Why is that a big deal? Because having that extra 4 inches is going to be very hard to maneuver around things. Having that extra 4 inches is going to be very hard, very easy for a bad guy to grab it and wrestle with you. He has 4 more inches of real to grab. 22-inch barrel is going to build a lot of velocity, which may penetrate depending on the caliber and wall thickness. Okay, another gun that I would not use is the lever action shotgun. I've seen experienced lever action guys and experienced shotgun guys have to unshoulder the gun to cock it and bring it back up. That's going to take too much time. Yes, it was cool. Yes, John Browning invented it, but it's cool in the movies, okay? This is not Terminator 2. So leave the lever action shotgun home. Leave it out of the picture. Another gun I will leave out of the picture is any bolt action. Yes, bolt actions are, throughout history, the most reliable guns in the world. They are. But they're good for hunting. They're good for long-range assassination attempts of the military. And 100 years ago, every military on Earth had bolt guns, and you'd have 500 guys shoulder to shoulder shooting at another group of guys over 1,000 yards, and you got 500 guys or more. So when one guy's reloading, one guy can be firing. Okay, and there's 1,000 yards difference. Okay, home defense, very close range. You have to pull the bolt up, pull the bolt back, pull the bolt forward, down. That motion will be impossible to do while the guy's 5 feet away. So don't even bother to attempt it. And yes, I know this with the Swiss guns are straight pull back, and yeah, but once again, also a lot of bolt guns tend to be more powerful. A lot of bolt guns tend to have longer barrels to increase the velocity, so that's a bad option. Another bad option is machine guns. All machine guns. BMG, Belfeds, and Tech 9s, okay? All machine guns are, not Tech 9s, Uzis. All machine guns are bad. Several reasons. Number one, if they're legal where you are, they're expensive as shit. And a lot of times you do a home defense shooting, your gun has to go to ballistics. It could be there for an hour, it could be there for a year. Okay? And do you want to have a piece of history that costs that much money in a friendly lab for a year? Also, they tend to be impossible to control under pressure. Also, do you want to be throwing that many bullets out of the gun? I don't. Rob O'Neill, he had a video on Instagram. He's shooting a submachine gun at the range. And he said, this is a lot of fun, but I never did it in combat. This is a Navy SEAL who went on 400 missions, which included the mission to rescue Captain Phillips, the mission to rescue Marcus Luttrell, and the mission to kill Osama bin Laden, in which he was the key figure. Okay, and this man never in his life fired full auto in combat. So if he's not firing full auto in combat, why are you firing full auto in your house? Okay. And okay, we'll go with the last one. The single shot. I'm doing this from memory, guys. The single shot shotgun. I said previously in the shotgun video that it had a double barrel. Either A, learn to reload like being a Michelin, or B, have a backup gun. The single shot shotgun is very robust, very strong, good for hunting. Eric and Chad use them for testing all kinds of crazy fucking loads. But one shot, you gotta open the hatch, open it, dump that casing, put a new one in, close it, get back on target. I wouldn't do it. I would stick with the double shotgun and a backup gun like a revolver or some shit. I would not. I don't like the idea of firing once and having to reload under pressure during a home invasion. I don't like that idea. Yes, maybe I'll fire one round and the guy will be dead, or I'll fire one round and the guy will run away. But I don't like the idea of having to reload after every single round. It just doesn't bother me. Now those are my opinions, but as usual, I back them up with a steady argument. And I think that's about it. Okay, thank you. Good night.